I would love if Wally took my job. That would make me very happy. I love Wally. Who doesn't love Wally? You know what I don't like though? AI. Actually, I can't lie. AI would be pretty funny, but not when it's taking out any pockets of artists. Um, so as many of us know, artificial intelligence went mainstream in 2023. It was a long time coming, yet has a long way to go for the technology to match people's science fiction fantasies of human-like machine. Not if Elon Musk gets his robot wives up. A future Morning Buzz story, most likely. Anyway, catalyzing a year of AI fanfare was ChatGPT. The chatbot gave the world a glimpse of recent advances in computer science, even if not everyone figured out quite how it works or what to do with it. Where have we seen this before? Age of Ultron. This is not going very well. Now, the first panic of 2023 set in soon after New Year's Day when classrooms reopened and schools from Seattle all the way to Paris started blocking ChatGPT. Teenagers were already asking the chatbot to compose essays and answer take-home tests. Worries escalated as this new cohort of generative AI tools capable of creating novel images, music, and synthetic voices. Will these threaten the livelihoods of anybody who writes, draws, strums, or codes for a living? It fueled strikes by Hollywood writers and actors and legal challenges from visual artists to best-selling authors. Now, by spring 2022, AI generated deepfakes and had leaped into U.S. election campaigns. The technology made it increasingly difficult to distinguish between real and fabricated war footage from Ukraine and Gaza. Now, this is not the first wave of AI commercialization. A lot of people do not remember. It seems like it's new. It seems like it came out of nowhere. But no, computer vision techniques developed by Lee and other scientists help sort through a huge database of photos to recognize objects and individual visual faces and help guide self-driving cars. And the most common ways that we've been using AI for as long as we can remember include things like Siri and Alexa that comes with our very phones. Now, what does this mean going into 2024, especially with major national elections like, I don't know, the presidential office? Who knows what we can be seeing next and what the future of AI truly is? Y'all, are we scared or are we unfazed?
I'm actually kind of honestly scared. It's a really scary thing to see that, like, it's just so powerful. Like, even there's a TikTok trend going around where it's like AI expand my image, and the images look so real. They can like create situations that aren't, actually happening. And that's why, the writers went on strike for so long because they're out of jobs. The actors are being replaced by AI. This brings it back to the whole Rachel Zegler Snow White drama, that the seven dwarves are AI and they couldn't cast people and they just threw AI in there. That's taking jobs out of actors' pockets that are just sitting at home now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like with a lot of things, there's a middle ground that's just not acknowledged because that's the problem with people. There's no middle ground.
I genuinely think that AI can be helpful for certain things in the world, but I feel like it should not be dabbled with art.
It should not replace art.
Yeah,
That's
art
the
should
problem.
not, art and AI should not meet.
For instance, I have used AI to inspire projects. I have used, and when I say project, I don't mean music. I mean concept art. Sometimes I remember when I was creating the concept art for my recent single, I had a very specific vision, but I was unsure of how to bring it to light on page. So I like threw a bunch of random buzzwords into like a AI generator and like looked at the random images that came. And when I finally saw like something that clicked, I, whipped open Canva, started drawing on my notepad, did bit of combination of these several softwares that I use. And that is an instance in which AI can be helpful to art without replacing art, or rather yet, without me feeling the need to go on to AI and be like, hey, make my album art for me. And I'm say, okay, taking money out of people or taking creativity for myself who prefers to make my own album art. So when I say there is a middle ground, I mean that if there is a way, which let's be honest, is there truly a way to find a way to balance the advances that AI technology can bring without without opening the floodgates for people to just abuse us on end.
I think that the AI kind of buildup is like the internet buildup for the 90s. The It's something totally new. People were worried how it was going to be used. It's not. I think 20 years from now, it will be so connected into our life. I mean, look,
Exactly.
like all of us right now, all have our computers up and all have the internet up in one way or another. It's exactly. I'm not saying that AI and the internet are the same thing, but I'm saying the effect and the way that it'll be handled, I can imagine it'll be similar to the to internet.
Yeah, I actually agree with you a lot on that. I feel like in the past, when we saw technologies that kind of emerged that were these innovative things that we've never seen before, like a calculator, which obviously ChatGPT and calculators have nothing to do with each other, and ChatGPT is on a completely different scale. But the same premise of you're introducing a technology that we've never seen, and we don't really know how to feel about it because we don't really know what the lasting impact is going to look like. And that scarcity that you see among people where they're like intimidated by that. I feel like that's kind of what we're seeing now too, where it's like we just don't really know what it looks like, and we're still
We don't know what it's
experiencing it. We're
capable
like in the
of.
middle of that history. Right. So, but I do think that I agree a lot, Garrett, with what you were saying earlier about how like replacing the arts, like how that is definitely going to have a negative impact on that because of the fact that we are seeing those jobs being lost to AI and that type of stuff. But I do think also that there's a lot of room for growth and a lot of room to use it in a good way. And I know that especially like now a lot of professors are talking about using it to support your work and what how you can use it to improve what you've already made and and yeah, that's basically the premise of what I think about AI.
Hmm. Yeah. AI does cause so many problems. So we're just gonna, marinate on that one, let it drift away in the snow. Um, please do stick around because when we return, we have more things, a little away from politics, a little away from AI, because yes, we are all very much so sick and tired of talking about AI and politics. So when we come back, there will be more updates and things regarding to Broadway world, and stick around because we do eventually have a very, very, very special interview. So please stay tuned.